Hey guys, it's Rich with another Wellness Wednesday video. This week I'm talking about shaking it up, particularly with fruit smoothies. I love a good fruit smoothie. It's something that can be used as a meal replacement. It can be something used to just have a nice drink, or it can be something used to keep you away from those carbonated beverages that are high in sugar and who knows what else. I like them for all those reasons. Now, I usually don't get to eat a dinner, basically because by the time I get home and I relax a little, and by the time I'm actually hungry, it's time to go to bed. I hate eating something right before going to bed. It's not good for you. I don't like to do it. I also don't like to do the whole grazing thing where, and there is science behind it that backs it up, where you eat several small meals per day. And I just, for one, don't have the budget to buy that much food. And for two, it's just not something that I do. It just feels like grazing to me all day long. So I don't really do that. So whenever that dinner time comes around, I get hungry and it's time for bed. So one thing that I'm going to start doing that I haven't done in the past, and that I am starting to do because my roommate left, and he left this, which I can't see it going to waste. I'm going to start putting pea protein in my fruit smoothies and using that as a meal supplement for my dinner. I'll let you guys know how it goes and some of the good and bad things that come along with it. But I want to show you guys how I make a smoothie and some things that you might want to consider getting if you're going to start making smoothies. If you hear something in the background, it is the water that I have boiling for making tomorrow's lunch. But anyway, one of the things I use for my smoothies is frozen strawberries. I love buying frozen strawberries. All of my ingredients that I use for my smoothies are usually frozen. And the reason that I do this is, for one, it's cheap. For two, they stay a heck of a lot longer. And for three, the commissary here on base doesn't really carry that good of a fruit and vegetable selection, so yeah, I'm going to go with the frozen stuff that's not rotting in 2 days. So that's one of my main staples. And then I switch between either mango or peaches, and sometimes blueberries, but not a big fan of the blueberries. So that's something that I tend to stay away from a little bit. And then I have what I call my base, and that's basically what is the liquid that it's going to be in, what is it going to get mixed into. I could put regular water in there, but I really don't. So what I use is, this is Real Aid grapefruit. I don't know if it's 100% grapefruit. I'd rather have it 100% grapefruit where I could actually read everything that's on it, but it's all in Korean and I don't read Korean, so I don't know if it's 100% or not. It has pulp, it's grapefruit. Grapefruit is good for the digestive system. It regulates your digestive system, so it's actually something that I really like to drink even in a cup. So grapefruit juice is usually my base. And if you don't want to do that, you can always go to the store and get one of these juice mixes. You can find them as 100% juice, you can find them in all different varieties, and you can find them in all different flavors. Take a little bit out of there, put it in there, put some water in there, it mixes up just fine. And it makes a good base for everything to mix into. Now, another thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a good blender. I have my Black & Decker blender here, and somewhere around here I have my lid for it. And I've had a Black & Decker blender, not this particular one, but I have another one that's in storage right now that I've had for years, and it's a workhorse. I do like them, I do recommend them. However, if you get a cheap blender that you're just starting out doing this and you're not really needing a blender for anything else, go ahead and go for the cheaper ones. If it's not worth the investment for you, don't do it. If you can spare the money for a really good blender that you can use for years and that you intend to use for years, go for it. And then whenever I go to work, I like to put my smoothie in a nice container. So for that, I have this bottle here that has a little blender ball in the bottom, so I can keep mixing everything up and make sure that all of this stuff is continuously blended up for me. So that whenever I drink it, I'm not drinking just juice, or I'm not drinking just like the strawberries or just the mangoes. Everything gets mixed up nice and evenly together, and I drink it all at once. And that's going to be even more pivotal whenever I put the protein in there and need to have that all mixed up as well. So that blender ball is going to be vital to keeping everything mixed together. Whenever I mix this up tonight, I'm going to keep it in my blender jar or carafe or whatever you call it in the main area. I'm going to keep it in there, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for the night because I'm going to mix up more than what I need for work, and I like to drink the rest of it with my breakfast. That way it gives me something good to have with my breakfast, and I have the rest of it for while I'm at work or after work or what have you. So anyway, first thing that you're going to do is you're going to make sure this thing's clean, because, well, you don't want to mix things in a dirty blender. I just cleaned my blender. Another thing that I will say is, if you are getting these, make sure you clean them out immediately after you're done, or at least rinse them out, otherwise it gets really nasty. So, I just washed everything, everything's clean, and I just eyeball it. I don't even really measure anything, and I'm going to put my peaches, and I'm going to use up the rest of my mango chunks. So this is going to be really fruity today. I didn't have many peaches in there, so that's okay. And that's good too. So I have probably about maybe halfway full. I don't know if you guys can see that. The lighting in this kitchen is terrible, and sorry, just can't help that. So with this pea protein, it says to do 1 level scoop with 8 ounces of cold water, juice, or favorite beverage. I'm going to do 2 scoops, and the reason I'm doing 2 scoops is because this is about like 2 or 3 servings worth. So I'm going to do 2 scoops of that. Ooh, and it goes everywhere. And then I'm going to put in my grapefruit juice. But first, gotta save some for later. Like I said, I like to just drink this at any time. And all I'm gonna really do is just fill up to about right there, or until I run out of juice. And I have this just about eyeballed up to how much I need for both breakfast and for work. So I pretty much have it measured out just by looking at it. Now I'm just going to push smoothie, it'll mix, and I'll have it ready for tomorrow. I can put it in the fridge, and it'll be something good to put in my blender bottle before I leave for work, and I can have it for breakfast as well. So I'm not going to run this while recording, so until next time, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe if you have not already done so. Go ahead and visit Christo-Paganism.com if you have not been there. I know I did not do the Christo-Pagan series last weekend, and I'm going to make it up to you guys by trying to do a back-to-back one this weekend. So I'm sorry that I did not get around to that, and I will do a Stitch and Witch video sometime soon, telling you guys what all's been going on in my life. And if you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, go ahead and go to my Twitter feed right here, and that'll take you there. And I know I haven't been posting on there, and I will also explain that in a Stitch and Witch video. So until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.